Pointing our bow towards the empty horizon and watching the land slowly fade behind us has always been one of my favorite aspects of sailing the world. But this time I'm filled with even more excitement and more fear than usual. After spending 9 months in Malta, having a baby, installing a bunch of off-grid systems, and preparing ourselves for life underway, we have finally set sail for our first destination over the horizon as a new family. And although Desiree and I have logged thousands of miles at sea, this voyage is going to be a completely different beast. I'm gonna have to learn how to sail our boat single-handed, which won't be so bad on our 16-hour sail from Malta to Sicily, but from Sicily to Greece, I've got 48 hours straight that I've got to be in charge of this boat.
You look less tired today than you did yesterday.
Well, I don't feel it. We've got kind of an issue with our davits. I'm gonna set up the preventer to prevent that from happening. And while the rewards of sailing with a family are so much deeper, so we're hanging out eating lunch out in the cockpit and it's beautiful, the hard part seems a lot harder.
No sleep for me until there's no boats around.
But for the first part of this adventure, our goal is to sail to the historic city of Syracuse, where we hope to discover one of the most important ancient cities in the Mediterranean. How are the ladies?
You know, when you're kind of seasick, but like too seasick to take initiative, you know? You're just kind of like, I will eventually move. Issa seems like she's doing great.
Well, I think you guys should move aft.
I know.
This is the most motion on the whole boat
I think
right
you're gonna need to help me.
Okay.
Otherwise I'll be in here all day.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Chubby Chubby.
Okay. No station.
Ah, it's so nice outside, bud. You should come out for just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. When we start sailing like this, Oso's always like, I'm a little anxious. I have no idea how long we're gonna be out here for. Maybe someone could comfort me with a little bit of tug. It feels so good when like our home is moving and this comfortable. I feel like we're getting away with something, you know?
Yeah, I can't believe this is a passage right now.
I know. They say that the Mediterranean either has too much wind or not enough. I feel like that's true a lot of the time. But every now and then, it's just stinking right.
You guys having fun over there?
She keeps on grabbing the wheel. You like that, huh?
Well, we're getting to that point where we're getting offshore and there's not a lot of traffic out here, so something that's even making this more low stress is the fact that we have that AIS transponder now, so that we're transmitting an AIS signal. So there is one tugboat over here. It looks like we'll get within a mile of each other. And before, I could see him clear as day, but that never happened to the ships around us for us. And so the fact that they look at their chart plotter and they see us, and their computer's like, in 40 minutes, they'll be 1 mile away from you. That just gives me so much more confidence that we're not gonna get hit by a giant ship.
Issa's like, too much talkie-talkie, Dad. Enjoy the moment.
Ah, man, it feels so good to be out here. The temperature is so nice. It's not super hot. There's a really lovely breeze. And for me, when Issa's in a good mood, it makes everything better. It's been so long since I've done a watch. Gotta kind of remind myself what I gotta look out for. Funny, usually when I'm on watch, I just settle into a good audiobook. Now with Issa, she's just so entertaining.
You see any boats out there? All clear? I agree.
There's a lot of traffic around. We're passing through some shipping lanes that kind of travel between Sicily and Malta. It's all the traffic going from the Eastern Mediterranean to the Western Mediterranean. But nothing too bad, just having to keep our eyes open. Also, something that's very exciting, I officially can't see Malta anymore. I can't yet see Sicily. There is zero land in sight anywhere, and we have very good internet coming from the Starlink, which is just so exciting. Another cool update, before we left Malta, we installed the Predict Wind data hub. We're not completely finished with that installation, but for now, what it allows us to do is to update our position to our Predict Wind tracking link which is something that we have available to our patrons. And that data hub is uploading our location on that page using Starlink. Very exciting. There is a chance that that just means that we will just always have internet forever, no matter where we are, period.
Who are you talking to, bud?
Yeah, I'm talking to my dad.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, right, Desiree. How you doing?
Good, good. Yeah, it's like a normal day on Atticus right now. It's really calm. Yeah, you got Jordan, Oso on deck, Issa on the nest station.
Yeah. This last Atlantic crossing was like the first sat phone call that we ever made with you. Here we are doing a video call like a year later.
Whoop. Baby down.
All right, we've got Sicily off the port. We're cruising right along the coastline now, and just another couple hours till we get to Syracuse. Right now we got like 14 knots of wind right behind us as we round the southeast corner of the island, so everything is just peachy right now, man. So a lot of people have been asking us lately if you have any recommendations on kind of first steps for getting into offshore sailing. You know, like what was your first offshore sailing experience?
I would definitely say find a trip that you can hop on with a confident captain. What I did was I went on a sail with a company called Sail Libra, who are the sponsors of this week's episode. Ryan is the captain of Sail Libra, and he specializes in offshore passages. He will handle all the safety, all the provisioning, all the weather routing, and all you do as crew is show up, and you have to be ready to learn and just experience this without the pressure of being the captain, being the electrician if things go wrong, the plumber if things go wrong, the cook, everything. So if you're the kind of person who watches sailing videos and you're like, wow, I wonder what it would be like to just be out on the water. Oh, that's for someone else, not me. It's like, no, you just get in touch with Ryan on Sail Libra, sign up for a trip, and that's you. So if you're interested in hopping on a trip with Sail Libra, you can head over to saillibra.com, and when you book your trip, use the promo code PAOffshore to get a super sweet discount. He's got a Newport to Boston trip August 30th, and then in September he's got a couple of New York trips, and then a couple of Caribbean trips are gonna open up. So yeah, a really cool way to explore the East Coast, and then if you're getting a little daring, you can also head off to the Caribbean on Sail Libra. I hope you do, and send us pictures and give Ryan a big hug for us when you get out there.
All right, so we're coming into the port of Syracuse, and I've read mixed reports that you're supposed to call the Port Authority. They say sometimes they answer, sometimes they don't. So let's give it a shot. Syracuse Port Authority. This is sailing vessel Atticus. Cool, we tried. Man, the sky is like eerie. It's very beautiful, but it's kind of scary.
Smells like French fries.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
It smells like funnel cake. The wind that we're getting is coming off the shore now, and it's like warm and smells like fried food.
Yeah. What you doing, bud?
I am lubricating our dinghy locks. We haven't used them for a while, and they've just been sitting in the dinghy bag, and so the mechanisms, like the keyholes, are freezing up a little bit. There we go. Man, this stuff is amazing. PB Blaster, man. I owe my life to this stuff.
He says ready to go.
So Syracuse was actually originally founded as a Greek colony almost 3,000 years ago. Back in the day, the Greek people established colonies all over the Mediterranean. Places like Marseille, France, Cyrene, Libya, and Naples, Italy were all originally Greek colonies. However, Syracuse surpassed many of its counterparts in terms of size, wealth, and military power, eventually becoming the largest Greek city in the ancient world, rivaling cities like Athens and Corinth. What made ancient Syracuse unique was its strategic location, granting it dominance over maritime trade routes such as the east-west route connecting Greece to the western Mediterranean, as well as the lucrative trade between Italy and North Africa. And the large protected harbor that Atticus is currently anchored in allowed the city to house a formidable navy, enabling it to assert its influence throughout the Mediterranean.
Hey buddy,
Yeah.
that's you and Issa right there.
Yeah.
Is you holding Issa riding a fish?
That's how I got to town today, actually, on my fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The area that we're exploring today is the island of Ortygia and is the oldest part of Syracuse. Ortygia's charming streets and squares are filled with historic buildings, ornate palaces, and picturesque alleyways. And we spent the morning exploring the narrow streets, checking out local shops, and trying traditional Sicilian cuisine.
That's so cute.
So I asked him what his favorite was. This is pistachio marzipan.
Oh, okay. Looks like a brick of,
Yeah.
like a green brick.
I know, I would not have chosen that. That's why my favorite thing to do is just ask what their favorite is.
Yeah.
You
No,
like it?
it's like pistachio fudge. What's this one? It looks like it's stuffed with like fig. Then there's pistachio, some kind of like apricot paste.
Oh
maybe.
man, that is a pretty pastry too.
And it tastes like a fancy fig Newton.
Like a very fancy fig Newton.
Over the past several thousand years, Syracuse has had a complex history of successive conquerors and rulers. The Castello Maniese, which is the fortress that protects the harbor of Syracuse, was built in the 13th century when the Normans, originating from northern France, held control over the area. The Normans brought their own architectural traditions and techniques, which were characterized by sturdy fortifications and square towers. But Syracuse had at that time experienced strong influences from the Byzantine and Arab cultures as well. Thus, the eclectic architectural style of the fortress includes the dome-shaped roofs and intricate decorative patterns of the Byzantine Empire, as well as the horseshoe arches and intricate geometric designs of the Arab architectural tradition.
Yeah, I think these were the gun emplacements, and then they could fire in all different directions here. And it's interesting that this whole area was kind of a weaponry area, like a place where like the whole point was to protect the town. But now it's just like an aesthetically really beautiful, really interesting place. Just to walk around, the shapes, the light, the shadows, it's so interesting and cool to look at. I wonder if we can open these windows. Wow, that's so cool. It's hot in here because there's no airflow and the sun's kind of hitting some of the stone, but it's just like blasting us through this window.
Oh my god, it's like air conditioning.
Yeah. You ladies cooling off out here?
Yeah, just a couple of hot ladies. Yeah. Gosh, I love exploring, but the best part is coming back to the boat and just
Yeah.
being happy to be back.
Yeah. We left at what, like 12:30 probably, and it was starting to get crowded and there's a lot of people and it was hot. And then we get back to the boat and it's just this serene, pretty, quiet, nice place. I'm glad that we have an escape
Yeah.
from places like that. Okay, so our weather window for sailing to Greece is looking really good for tomorrow. So we're going to have a very short stay here in Syracuse and get a move on across the Ionian Sea because Desiree's sister and her fiance, Giovanna and Fletcher, are flying in to meet us. And our travel plans got so delayed in Malta that they are coming in just over a week, I think. No, I think it's a week from today. So we need to get the heck to Greece. I'm gonna get the boat ready for what's gonna be a 48-hour passage. And first thing, I wanna clean the solar panels. Okay, next task to get the boat ready is I gotta watch the little Chubba Wubba because Desiree is trying to cook all of our meals for the passage before we leave.
I put her in the corner because otherwise she just like throws stuff off of her tray and I just like, I'm cooking and then I go and pick it up. I'm cooking and then go pick it up.
So are you saying that you put baby in the corner?
I put baby in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
You going crazy, lady, huh?
Dang it, I forgot my flip-flops. Look out. All right, so we're going on one last dinghy run. Gonna take Oso for a quick walk because he's not gonna get to leave the boat for the next 2 or 3 days, and doing a quick trash run. So heading back into town. Okay, Oso, come. Good boy. Pretty, huh?
Yeah, and the buildings look kind of pink with the light on them.
Yeah, it's just a really pretty place at sunset. Well, I think I figured out why it's so hot in here. Don't you normally put a lid on something like that, bed?
No.
You just let it boil?
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. Are you a chef?
It's as if we're living in an Arctic tent and you're just trying to conserve all the heat you can possibly conserve.
I can't remember a time when you cooked a meal as good as I do.
It is nice outside. It has finally cooled down. But in here,
when you are eating a delicious meal
it is very
underway
hot.
That I did not have to cook from scratch.
Very hot.
You are going to sing a different tune. You want food the next 2 days, shut it.
So this was something else I was excited about with this new garden hose that I had, is I could use it for our saltwater wash down system so we can clean the chain when we're in a muddy anchorage. Okay, we're all set. Let's get underway.
So although the first part of our journey to Greece had gone off without a hitch, we were soon to find out that the hardest part of the journey was yet to come.
Yee! Man, we are moving along. We're sailing.
We're gonna try this passage to have me and Issa sleep through the night.
Time for me to go down for another round of sleep.
I feel really bad for Jordan. He had a really long shift. I think she knows when my alarm clock goes off and I'm gonna leave her. It's okay, baby. I'll be right back.
There's a lot more traffic, and that's because we're getting close to the Greek coastline.